What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. So if you ever wanted to make your own Ethernet, Cat5, Cat6 cable, for whatever the reason may be, and were frustrated with the store-bought versions, whether it be because you couldn't get the right length or you had a hard time feeding your cable to where you wanted it to go and thought, man, it would be so much easier if I could just make it. Well, it's really not that hard, and I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, so all you're going to need to do this is some RJ45 connectors, your cable, so Cat5 or Cat6, whatever you prefer, connector, crimper, and then something to strip the wire with. I prefer linemen's, but really you could do it a variety of ways. Depending on how much you're doing, you could get something nice, or you could get cheaper crimpers, depending on what you want to do. I got kind of a middle ground here. And if you're here watching this video, something like this is probably plenty for what you're doing. So anyways, let's get into it. All right, so here you have your cable. We're just gonna start off by stripping this. So as long as you have the cable cut to approximately what length you want, you can go ahead and strip it. The way I like to do it, there's different ways, but this is the way I would recommend trying to do it. Go ahead and get some strippers, some side cutters, some linemen's or something like this, and just get the outer sheathing off. Now the way I did that often will damage the strands right in here. So really you're just getting the outer strand off. And then what you want to do is get this string here and go ahead and pull it. So that way you can get some more sheathing exposed. So I kind of exaggerated. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to go that far down, but just make sure that you have about this much clean wiring sticking out. Go ahead and get this sheathing out of here. You could start by cutting this. Then what I'll do is kind of bend it this way and get that out of there. Get that out of there. And get this to be one kind of somewhat smooth reveal. Now if you're doing Cat6 cabling, you should have some sort of additional shielding. So that's what you see right here. This is just shielding. So you want to get that removed as well. And then I find it's best to go ahead and cut out the string. So now you just have 4 twisted pairs, 8 total wires. So at this point, you can go ahead and trim these back a little bit. I would say maybe 2 finger lengths to be safe. Get rid of all that wire that you probably damaged at the start. Now what you're going to want to do at this point is untwist all the pairs. So there's lots of different ways you can do that, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it the way that I find best. I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit through the whole thing, but you could still see what it looks like. All right, so we have all of our wires untwisted here, as you can see. Now, as you can kind of tell, you have one solid orange, one solid orange, one orange stripe, one solid brown, one stripe brown, one blue, one stripe blue, one green, one stripe green. So there's 4 colors. All right, so now that you have all of your colors separated, it's good to kind of just get them as straight as possible. So just go ahead and give them a rough straightening real quick so they're not all squiggly. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're gonna cut more of this off anyways. So now it's important to understand the sequence of the wires. Generally, you're gonna use this color code that I'm about to tell you, but just to be clear, there is another code which you should not need to use, but it's out there as well, so I'll probably throw it on the screen just in case, but 90% of the time you're gonna use this. So what it's gonna be is you're gonna find your oranges. So let's start with that. It's left to right. So white, orange, then orange, then white, green, then blue, then white, blue, then green, and then white, brown, brown. So as you can see, we have our colors roughly laid out there. White, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. So from here, a little trick I like to do, you don't want your wires to really get crossed. And as you can see, they're trying to cross up here. Don't get too caught up in that. We're more worried about the wires down in here. So I like to get all that kind of together. And once I have that, I kind of bend it back and forth like this over my fingers. And that kind of puts the wires into this form right here that we're going for. Now, as you can see, the white orange is actually kind of out of place here. As long as it ends up terminating at the first position, that's all that matters. So now you have your RJ45 connector. That's gonna sit like this. Okay, so you want it to slide to about there on the sheeting. So that is how long you're gonna wanna cut your wires, just to give you a gauge. So I went ahead and just kind of marked what that looked like for me. And now I'm gonna cut the wires. It's important to make sure that it's nice and square. So don't be cutting it at an angle. I'm exaggerating here. Make sure you're nice and square when you go to cut it. All right, so now that you have your cut wires, you're gonna wanna take your connector. This is the side with the clip. The clip is gonna face down. Okay, so your white orange is on the left and your brown is on the right. Go ahead and slide all those in. Push nice and hard, and then make sure, this is the important part, look inside the side of the connector and make sure that your wires are pushed all the way to the front edge of the connector. You might have to wiggle it. So make sure on both sides that you look at that connector and make sure the wires are in the right depth. Then you can double check yourself looking at like this. You want to see white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown, with the clip side facing down. Obviously, it's going to be hard to see the colors through the clip. So it should be white, orange on the left, brown on the right. And you're on the right track. So from here, you want to take your crimper, insert said connector, and then you're just going to literally squeeze it. Make sure you go all the way. You can go twice if you really want to, but you want to make sure you get it on the first try if possible. And then that's really it. You obviously have to replicate that on the other side, and that is where something like this would come in. So if you value your sanity, or you're doing a lot of these, I would really recommend getting something like this. Basically, you put this on one end, and then this on the other, and it'll tell you if the connection is good. All right, so I went ahead and replicated the same steps for the other side. So now we just have our nice little closed loop here. It's a little stubby jumper cable, you know, might be good for going from a router to a modem or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and test this out. So now we have both ends plugged in, and this will work over pretty much any distance, at least under a couple 100 feet. All you gotta do is push. As you can see, RJ45 is a pass. Looking good. Maybe need some new batteries for the tester, but other than that, we're ready to rock and roll. So if you guys, again, want a link for the crimper or the tester, those are in the description. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.